Gill, your pharmacist that cares. So I am working at the pharmacy this weekend, so I decided I would throw on my white coat today for you guys as well. So just a little side note, if you guys happen to be in Shelbyville, Pana, Taylorville, come see me because I'm going to be in Shelbyville all weekend working at the pharmacy, and I always love to see familiar faces. So speaking about familiar, we're going to talk about a familiar topic because this is such a hot topic that everybody wants to talk about. And I'll tell you, this weekend, I will probably have 10 to 15 questions per day, at least, on this topic. And that is going to be gut health. And how can I make my gut healthier? Because remember, we are a whole package, and we have to take care of every bit of us. You can't just work on one part and forget about the other. Everything works synergistically. If you want to work on your skin, you have to work on your gut, because if you're not working on your gut and you're trying to work on your skin, guess what? You're just chasing your tail. It's not going to happen. It's kind of like if you work out. You can't work out every day, and then go to Chick-fil-A every day. Once in a while is fine, but otherwise you are undoing everything you were trying to do at the gym. So the same thing if you want to work on your skin. You can do all this amazing stuff to use the best skincare. But if you're not working on your gut, guess what? It's not going to matter. It's never going to be what you want it to be because you're not fixing the root of the problem. And it is so important to fix the root of the problem. Now, when it comes to your gut health, there's a lot that goes into it. But we do need to focus on your exercise and how you're eating. And I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, Amy, I am so busy. I don't have time to cook a good, healthy meal. So what happens? You run through the drive-thru. Well, guess what? If you continue to do that, I know your lifestyle's busy. Trust me, I get a busy lifestyle. Sometimes I am not home, but for a few minutes in the evening as I'm running the kids here and there and everywhere. But number one, you need to plan and meal prep. Because if you are not planning, yes, things get busy, right? And then sometimes we do have to drive through the drive-thru. But if you make it a consistent thing, that is not going to be conducive to a healthy lifestyle and a healthy gut. And it's not going to help your children at all either. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, I don't care how busy you think you are, eventually you are just going to crash and you are going to get sick. Because eating that kind of food, those processed foods all the time, is not going to keep you going. You're not going to be able to stay at that level that you need to be at to keep going on this healthy lifestyle. So what we need to do is fix the root of the problem. We need to quit putting a Band-Aid on it and actually get to the problem and fix it and keep it that way. And that is key. So when you are talking about an unhealthy gut, what kind of signs and symptoms are you looking for when you've got an unhealthy gut? Well, first off, upset stomach, right? That would be one that most people would think of first when they're thinking of their gut is upset stomach. Constipation, that's going to go along with that, right? Or at least irregularity. You're going to be tired. You are not going to have that energy. I don't care how many fist sticks you do. You are not going to have enough energy to keep going if you've got an unhealthy gut. You're going to have trouble sleeping, which is going to feed into that being tired all the time, right? And no energy. You are going to be intolerant to foods that should not normally cause a problem. I'm not talking like super spicy foods. I'm talking foods that you should be able to tolerate. You can't tolerate because your gut is not in a good, healthy state. You're going to have extreme cravings for sugar, more so than normal. I know some of you are watching saying, really? But no, I'm talking about extreme cravings all the time. That's all you want. You wake up, that's all you're thinking about. That's all day long. You're thinking about these extreme cravings, like I said, especially when it comes to sugar and those kind of processed foods. You're going to have skin issues. You're going to have a lot of skin issues. And it might not just be stuff you see right here. It could be anywhere on your body. These things are going to manifest, and it's because of your unhealthy gut. You're going to have mood changes. Again, I know some of you are thinking, really? But no, honestly, that is going to affect, because if you don't feel well, it's not just on the inside, it's how you're going to come out. Think about it. I know this is like a new word in the dictionary. It's called hangry, right? And I know my kids get that way sometimes, and I know they're not really in a bad mood, but they're hungry, right? Because they're not feeling the best. So if you're not feeling your best on the inside, it's going to come out that way in your mood changes. And headaches. Even up to migraines. Those are all signs of unhealthy guts. So what are we going to do to fix that? Well, You're going to come to the pharmacy and you're going to talk to me like everybody does, right? But the problem is you're only limited when it comes there. So what you really want to look for is something that has a prebiotic, a probiotic, and digestive enzymes. So these three things coming together is like this trifecta of amazingness. So it's going to fight the bad bacteria, it's going to make new good bacteria, and it's going to pull the nutrients from your food and make that work the best for you. But at the same time, you've got to have good food to pull those nutrients from, right? You can only pull so much food from a fast food drive-through. Exactly. So we do have to work on that as well. Like I said, it's not just one thing. Even working on your gut, yes, you can take the right supplements, but if you're putting the wrong things in your body to fuel it, it's not going to work either. Like I said, this is a whole package. Everything works together. So we have to get the system working properly. And that's where you need to reach out to a professional like me that can help you work through everything. Because as a pharmacist, you start telling me one problem, I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of questions to figure out what exactly is going on. Because it's not just one thing. There's a lot of things that lead up to it and a lot of things that are contributing to what is going on with your system and why things are that way. So if we're going to fix the root of the problem and get you feeling better, we have to see exactly everything that's contributing to this. So when you have a healthy gut, what can you expect? You're going to have consistent energy. You are going to feel great. Why? Because you're getting a good amount of sleep. Your stomach doesn't hurt. And if that doesn't hurt, what's going to happen? You're truly going to feel happy. You're going to have good mental clarity. Because if something is going on the inside, your mind is focusing on that. I don't care how much you try not to focus on it. If something isn't going right, that's what you're focusing on. So you're going to have good mental clarity. You're going to have a healthy reaction to foods. Like I said, if you're eating something spicy, expect maybe a little stomach irritation, right? Or if you decide to eat something greasy, you're going to have a little stomach irritation. But you're going to have a normal reaction to foods that you should. You'll have a normal reaction to stress. Why? Because everything's in check, right? You're feeling good, your mental clarity is in check, and yes, there are going to be stressors that come along, but you're going to react to them differently than if you had an unhealthy gut. You're going to have regular and pain-free bowel movements, which everybody should. These people that say they go every few days, that's not normal, okay? That is a sign of an unhealthy gut. So we need to work on that because, like I said, that's part of you feeling better. So all these things, I know this is things that everybody wants, and it's not that hard to achieve them. It's starting today. And instead of saying, I'm going to do that one day, why don't you say, I'm going to make today day one, and I am going to start today. I'm going to reach out to Amy and I am going to give her my list of problems and she's going to give me another list of questions and we're going to go from there to figure out what exactly is going on. And it is so key that we do that because when you can start to feel better, you can be better for everyone around you. As the busy mom, dad, parent, grandparent, whatever you are, you will be that person that can help everybody else. Just like in an airplane, what do they tell you to do? If the oxygen mask drops down, you are to put it on yourself first. Because if you don't take care of yourself first, you're not going to be able to help anybody else. So you have to take care of yourself first. It is not selfishness to do that. This is self-care because you can't take care of everybody else if you don't do this. So self-care starts today. It does not start tomorrow or the next day because what's going to happen, everybody else around you is going to suffer. If you start taking care of yourself and start taking care of your gut, guess what? Everybody else is going to follow suit and it's just going to make for a happier house, a happier world. Because if we all feel better, we're all going to treat each other better as well. I know maybe that sounds a little silly, but it's true. If you feel better, you're in a better mood. You've slept, you're full of energy, and you are just around those kind of people that you want to be around, and everybody is happier for it. So please reach out to me. I would love to chat more about your gut health. I would love to give you some information about the exact regimen that maybe would work for you, your family, whoever you are looking for that doesn't have the best health, because we all need to be in that tip-top shape just to focus every day with our busy lives. Thank you guys so much for listening. And have a wonderful rest of the week. And like I said, if you're around the pharmacy, come see me because I'll be there all weekend. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares.